Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I'm just gonna show you what I got from Black Friday, tool-wise. I got quite a few things, not necessarily on Black Friday, but the Black Friday type deals. So first, Harbor Freight, of course. I always go there. Not I went there actually like yesterday, not Black Friday, so that would be Monday. Uh, I got two things. Well, actually, no, I got more than one, but that was a different day. I'll just pull everything out that I got if I can. I think that's it from Harbor Freight. Oh, no, there's not. Always forget something here. All right. So first off, pipe wrench. I didn't have a pipe wrench. I'm not going to necessarily use it for anything, but it's just nice to have one. And this was $5 with Inside Track Club. So that's pretty nice. I don't really know what's a nice pipe wrench or not, but I know you can use it for other things other than just holding onto pipes. So it's pretty heavy duty. I think it'll last. I don't really care if it rusts or anything, so I guess that'll work. So I have bought the Doyle pliers before. They're getting a new line of hand tools, and Doyle and Quinn are the two brands. Oh, and Bremen. Uh, so Doyle is like the higher quality. It looks like they're more expensive. They're more like a Klein, and then the Quinn is a little bit on the cheaper side. It's the same price as like the Pittsburgh stuff. It's just a lot better quality. So I picked up the side cutters, the dikes, and these are a little bit bigger than both these, the Pittsburgh Pro and the normal Pittsburgh. Uh, they're actually pretty sharp to begin with. Some of them, when they come from Harbor Freight, aren't sharp. I like the angle on them. I like how big they are. It's a bigger head than both of these, so that's nice. And the only thing I don't like about it is the grips don't go down. They don't go up very high. Like both my pointer finger, my thumb aren't on the grip, so that's kind of annoying. But I think they were like $4 or $5. Like seriously, that's the same price the Harbor Freight ones are. Maybe $1 more, and you get a little bit better quality, and they're lifetime warranty too. So as long as they keep this brand, I think it's pretty decent. And then this is the newest one I got. Was the 9.5-inch linesman pliers. So I was debating getting some Kleins they had on the Black Friday sale at Home Depot. I'm not an electrician, so I really don't need them. They were $30, and that's like cheap for the Klein linesmans, but came with a set. But Doyle makes a linesman plier too, and they were $17 or $16, and I really didn't want to spend that either. I mean, even with a 20, these were $6.99, and I saw these in the store. They finally got them at mine, and I was like, yes, because these are great. I have a couple linesman pliers. I have one upstairs on the workbench too, but I didn't have any like actual big size Klein linesman plier size ones. 9.5 is kind of the standard there, I believe. Uh, it doesn't have the crimping tool. It's straight there, but it does have the cross hatching. I don't know if you can get that in there. It has cross hatching there. Sorry. There you go. And it is sharp on the edges, the cutting edge and the edge of the thing. The machining is a little better than the Pittsburgh stuff. So I've held the Pittsburgh linesman pliers. They have a big one like this too, but it's the same as this, and I was never going to buy it because I hate this crimping tool. It's a piece of crap. Uh, so I was never going to buy the linesman pliers. The same thing. So I waited, and it looks like they got a new brand, and I love these things. I've had them for a day. I mean, it's not like I've used them extensively, but so far so good. Like I'm really impressed with this brand of Quinn. They have some other stuff too. They have high voltage electrician pliers. They upgraded from these. I never bought these to be high voltage. I bought these because they were like $7 on sale, and it's just $7 for some decently sized pliers. And these aren't bad. The cutters aren't sharp or anything, but the linesmans were the best thing I had at the time, so they worked for that. Next thing I got, I'll put the pipe wrench back. I organized the pegboard again a little bit. So, next thing I got, this is the snap-on impact. It's not in this. Was the impact sockets. I got 3/8 drive, and it's the metric 10 millimeter to 19 millimeter. It skips like 11 and 18, I believe, something like that. And I got this for a specific reason. I'll show you why, because of one other thing I got. And then I did not know that Harbor Freight sold this, and I wish I would have known before. I don't know if they just got it, but I could have used this so many times, and I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on it. It's a 7/8 O2 sensor socket, and I've always cut 7/8 wrenches and stuff to get into tight spaces. I just did one on my truck like 2 weeks ago, and it took me like an hour because that thing is annoying. And sockets on like Amazon are like $10-15. I mean, I would have spent that, but this was like $7, and it's like what, $5.50 with 20%. So that's way better, and it's not impact, because I wouldn't use an impact on it, especially when it's cut, but it's impact like coating on it, so it's a little more durable, I would say. So yeah, I believe the set was 13 too, the impact sockets. So that's pretty nice. So the reason I got that is because at Home Depot, I also got something else. Yes, I picked up the Milwaukee set. It is the 18 volt, the M18, the non-fuel. So it's the brushed motors is what I got. I didn't really care that much about the brushed, non-brushed. So my dad has these exact same drill, or this drill. He has two of the same ones, the older one. They've made this drill for 10 years or something like that, a while. Same batteries and everything. And it's one of the best drills you can buy, in my opinion. I've used quite a few. My plan eventually was to get the Hercules or the Bauer from Harbor Freight, and I'm actually kind of happy I got these. So I got the drill and the impact driver for $150, and I went to Oregon where there's no tax. So yeah, I got it for exactly $150. And the reason I got both of them instead of just one is because I wanted the impact driver for a specific reason. So I know it's not super powerful, but it can take lug nuts off, and I hate taking lug nuts off by hand. And other things too, like I can use it. I'm literally just going to keep the 3/8 socket adapter on it, and that is why I bought the impact sockets, and because I wanted more sockets. But that'll go on there. It works fine. It does use quite a bit of battery taking off lug nuts. Take about a wheel off. It takes a bar off or something like that. So it's super light, and it's really small. Like I believe the only other one that's smaller than this is the Makita. And that was a little bit more expensive. So was the DeWalt. So the choice was between, I think it was Ryobi, Rigid, and Milwaukee. I believe those are the two brands. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely choosing Milwaukee and that one. They have so much stuff. I have the little pamphlet up here. They have all kinds of tools. I'm sure you guys know. So that'll be some upgrades in the future, of course. They have some pretty cool stuff. But this drill's pretty awesome. It's way better than the old Craftsman C3 over here. Craftsman Torque one, 19.2 volt. Yeah, big upgrade. Lithium, obviously. It only came with the 1.5 amp hour batteries, but that's okay. It came with two of them at least. They last so far. I haven't charged them other than to charge them up the first time. Like I haven't redone them, and I've used them quite a bit. The cool thing is it came with the dual charger. It came with the 18 volt and the 12 volt, the M12. So if I ever got the M12 tool, I wouldn't have to buy the charger. I mean, I don't know if you can do that, but buy the tool only and then buy the battery. But that's pretty awesome. Same price. I mean, I didn't have to pay extra for that. So yeah, that was my biggest purchase I bought. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And then also when I was at Home Depot, I bought something else from. This is Black Friday, by the way, too. Home Depot. Let me see if I can open these one-handed. These are extremely hard to open. Sorry about that. There we go. The speed outs. So if you don't know what these are, they're screw extractors. Screw extractors. You drill into it one way, flip it around, and it pulls out. I've never actually used them before, but I know that everybody uses them, says they work pretty dang good. So different sizes, and it was $10. So I think they're normally like 15 or 20. So it's not like you get a super deal, but still, I mean, I've always wanted something because I have a tendency of stripping screws pretty easily. Yeah, so I needed something to work with that. So that was not all of my Home Depot stuff. I have one last thing down here. I got some ratcheting wrenches. These were also on. These are the day after Black Friday, like a Sunday or Saturday, something like that. I think Saturday I got them. They're Husky, obviously Home Depot. Standard and metric. I had to go down to the actual wrench aisle. I couldn't find them because I went late. Couldn't find them in the middle section. So I found them. They were on sale for $20. 15, 14, 13, 12, and 10. It skips 11. And then 5/8, 9/16, half, 7/16, and 3/8. And I couldn't tell you if it skips there. I could. My Craftsman set. It doesn't look like it does. It might be missing 11/32, which may be similar to a 11 millimeter. I think 7/16 is actually an 11 millimeter, but I could be wrong about that. But these are pretty nice. I had the flex head ratcheting wrenches from Harbor Freight, just metric. These work good too for some things. So putting together this cart, these helped actually, except some of them were 11 millimeter, of course, which is kind of sucks. But I like these. The only thing I have a problem with is that they're flat. So in some cases, that's exactly what you want. You want them 0 degree. But like the more I think about it, the most things I do, I actually want the angled head, but it's okay. Like they work for what they're supposed to do. They're 72 tooth, good gearing on them. I don't know how to word that. Yeah, I get messed up with the directional thing because I had to learn it. So remember the orientation here. But I flip it around all the time. So I got to use them. So my dad got a new tool cart. Maybe I'll show that in a video. I might do a tour of his shop eventually. But he got the Husky tool cart, and they came with the casters, and he didn't use the casters. So he gave them to me, and I put them on my Craftsman box here. This had some real tiny ones. I'll show you over here. It had some little tiny ones, like 2.5-inch ones. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those, but those were terrible wheels. They were really bad. They barely locked. They just scoot around all the time. So I put some big ones on those. Rolls around a lot nicer. It's not like I roll this out very much. This one usually stays. And if I'm working on a car, I roll this one out. Because this has less automotive stuff, more general, screwdrivers and pliers and stuff, nut drivers, and then brushes. I'm not going to do automotive stuff out of this a lot. I mean, I do grab stuff out of this toolbox quite a bit. But it's mainly a storage. This is mainly a convenience factor one because it has the wrenches and the sockets and the most used pliers, So, yeah, that's about it. I think that I got from Harbor Freight, Home Depot, and I think that's the only places I went, really. I went to a couple other places, but nothing mentionable for deals, But I think I got pretty much a steal on this Milwaukee set. So if anybody else got some good deals Black Friday, let me know in the comment section. If anybody got that set or any other thing I got and liked it or didn't like it, let me know. But if you like the video, make sure to give it a like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I do a lot of videos on tools and stuff. So I'll catch you in the next one.